So Toto immediately takes a dislike of the witch. He starts biting on the witch's ankles, or the good witch, Glinda. All right, and Glinda. Oh, well, by the way, Glinda, of course, does her magic and puts the shoes on Dorothy. So 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 Toto's biting on Glinda's ankles, and Glinda doesn't like it. So she like kind of pushes him away. So immediately there's infighting in the group. That seems to be a theme with my group, with our group, is that the player characters end up fighting each other. Somebody does. So that's immediately a divide. So anyway, the Wicked Witch comes and she threatens Dorothy and wants the shoes. Can't get the shoes. Says she'll be back. So Dorothy, you know, wants to go home. So Glinda tells her about the wizard, and so they start following the yellow brick road in order to get to the wizard, so Dorothy can go home. So so we're off to see the wizard. So that's great. So the nice thing about doing the Wizard of Oz is there's a path. Okay, there is literally a path. So it's pretty hard for the player characters to stray from it. They can, but not too far. This didn't come up, but I was going to have them, if they strayed too far, they were going to go into the field. And there were going to be poppies. And they're going to fall asleep, just like in the movie. And then Glinda would have been able to cast like snow to wake them up, which I always thought was interesting because I don't know, poppies putting you to sleep, snow waking you up. There's no symbolism here. If you're old enough to understand that, read into that symbolism what you want. I didn't write it. That was Baum who wrote that. So, but anyway, that never came up. So there were a couple things that I was like prepared for that they didn't do, and there were things that they did that I was completely unprepared for. So it was pretty funny. So anyway, we go along and we meet the Scarecrow. So the Scarecrow, the reason we get to the Scarecrow is because the Toto's smelling around, and he actually pees on Glinda's leg at one point. So this becomes a theme. So Glinda really doesn't like Toto because so he pees on her legs, marking his territory. And anyway, he's sniffing around and he smells food. And the Munchkin mayor at one point tries to he's got some beef jerky in his pocket. So I just ran with that, and Toto, he uses it to like tempt Toto away from something. So away from Glinda, I think. And Toto leaps in the air to get the jerky, and the mayor like throws it up in the air, and Toto grabs it in midair, and then he goes after the pocket of the Munchkin mayor where he was keeping his snacks. So he gets all the snacks out of his pocket. So now the Munchkin mayor is hungry, and so they're going to look for food. So they end up seeing a farm in the distance, and they see a Scarecrow hanging there, and they get the Scarecrow down from the pole that the Scarecrow's on, and he falls down to the ground, and he's talking and and everything. So I have three or four crows in the field, like just start flapping their wings and coming this way. So the Scarecrow decides, instead of trying to scare the crows, he's afraid of the crows, so he runs. So does the rest of the party, okay? So I wasn't ready for that. I was ready for them to like stand and kind of role play, trying to fight him off, maybe intimidate him. So no, they all run. So the Munchkin mayor runs, and Glinda follows, and Toto runs away, or he's digging a hole somewhere or something. So Dorothy says to me, "Can I pick up a rock?" So I'm like, "Yeah, you can pick up a rock." So she wails this rock at I don't know, she had like a 17, or it's a he that played her, but Dorothy has a 17, hits the crow square, and it was like, I said, it's like when Randy Johnson hit that seagull during like pitching practice. It just explodes, and then the other three birds like see that and just fly away. So situation averted. But that was their first combat, and Dorothy of all people takes the lead in being aggressive, the little innocent 15-year-old girl. I have a feeling it's not the first time she threw a rock at a bird.